No email. No rush. No technology. No modern conveniences, just a simple, wild existence. And this is the life of the Hadza tribe, a people living as if the past 10,000 years never happened. They live like our ancient ancestors did, without the distractions of modern civilization. From smoking ganja to prepare for a hunt, to tracking dangerous animals like zebras, rhinos, and even monkeys, these people survive in ways most of us can't even imagine. But how do they do it? And why do they reject everything we call progress? Grab some popcorn and take a seat as I take you through the surprising life of the Hadza people. As the sun rises over the dusty savanna, the Hadza tribe awakens, not to a clock, but to the rhythm of nature. But there's no rush to check the news or get to work. There's no technology or endless emails. Instead, the tribe gathers around a fire, eating stale rice. Ganja is passed around, a ritual so deeply ingrained in their daily lives that it's as important as hunting itself. The smoky scent of ganja mingles with the warmth of the fire, filling the cool morning air. You can almost feel the moisture of the smoke on your skin as the tribe inhales deeply, preparing themselves for the long day ahead. The whispers of anticipation grow as everyone, men, women, and children, partakes in this sacred tradition. This isn't just a man's ritual. Everyone from the eldest to the youngest shares in the act. It's a moment of unity, sharpening their senses and connecting them to their ancient way of life. And it's not just about the act of smoking. It's about the mindset it creates. It prepares them. It sharpens their senses. The morning fog begins to lift, not just from the land, but from their minds as they come together, readying themselves for the day's hunt. But why do they smoke ganja before hunting? What does it do for them? Don't take your eyes off the screen. The answer will be revealed in the next section. With arrows in hand and the effects of ganja still lingering, the Hadza tribe steps into the wilderness. The dry, cracked earth crunches beneath their feet as the calls of distant animals echo across the vast, open savanna. The air is heavy with the promise of a long, challenging day ahead. This is not a hunt for sport. It's a fight for survival. They're not tracking deer or rabbits. They're after zebras, rhinos, and even monkeys. These are large, dangerous animals, each requiring skill, patience, and precision to bring down. The Hadza are experts, their trained eyes and quiet movements helping them blend into the environment as they carefully stalk their prey. They follow the animals through thick brush, each step bringing them closer to their target. The hunt becomes a silent dance, a deadly game of cat and mouse. With every heartbeat, the tension rises. But the hunt is far from guaranteed. There's no supermarket to fall back on. If they don't succeed, they won't eat. The tribe's survival depends on the outcome of this hunt. Failure isn't just disappointing, it means going hungry. For the Hadza, every hunt is a gamble. What do you think? Could you survive a hunt like this? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on how the Hadza's skills compare to the modern world. Unlike many other tribes where roles are clearly defined, men hunt, women gather, the Hadza live by a different rule. Everyone pitches in. There's no rigid hierarchy. From the youngest child to the oldest elder, everyone plays an active role in the tribe's survival. The Hadza don't just talk about equality, they live it every single day. In this tribe, there's no leader calling the shots. The decisions are made together, in shared responsibility, and resources are equally distributed. Whether it's food, shelter, or decision-making, the Hadza operate as a collective where each member is valued. What sets the Hadza apart, however, is how this egalitarian approach extends beyond just the men hunting and the women gathering. Even the women are skilled hunters. They aren't just picking fruits or digging for tubers. Women of the Hadza are on the front lines, tracking and gathering large animals like monkeys, zebras, and even rhinos. It's a true community effort. Men and women share equally in the physical demands of gathering, and everyone contributes to the tribe's food supply. Their daily life is a demonstration of equality in action, where each person's abilities are honored, regardless of gender. It's a remarkable practice that makes the Hadza stand out from almost every other human society in history. Have you ever heard of a bird leading humans to their next meal? The Hadza have a relationship with a bird that might sound like something from a fantasy story. Before finding out, don't forget to take 5 seconds to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any exciting videos in the future. Thank you, best of followers. They don't just gather for meat, they hunt for something sweeter, honey. But they don't do it alone. A bird called the honey guide leads them straight to hidden bee nests in the trees. This unique partnership between the Hadza and the honey guide has existed for thousands of years. It's a survival tactic that many would find hard to believe, but it's as real as the savanna itself. Just picture this: the quiet hum of the forest surrounds you. One Hadza man leans in, pressing his ear to the rough bark of a tree. His eyes are sharp, and he listens closely for a familiar sound, the distinctive call of the honey guide. The bird has been circling above, waiting for its signal. Suddenly a loud, high-pitched chirp rings out, and the man's face lights up. The honey guide has given its cue. With a steady hand, he grabs his tools and signals to his fellow hunters. The hunt for honey has begun. The tribe follows the bird, their feet soft against the ground, as the honey guide leads them to a tree filled with bees. They know that, hidden in the branches, is the sweet prize they've been waiting for, the honeycomb. But hunting honey isn't as simple as following a bird to a tree. The real danger lies ahead. As the honey guide leads the tribe to their sweet prizes and the hunt continues, there's another challenge they had to face: water. When the rivers dry up and the land cracks open under the scorching sun, survival becomes an even more difficult task. The Hadza don't panic. They don't run to a store or look for a modern solution. Instead, they use a technique passed down through generations, one that allows them to survive when others might give up. They dig deep into the earth, searching for underground water hidden beneath the dry surface. With simple tools, they carefully create holes in the ground, feeling around for that life-saving liquid. It's not always easy, and sometimes the earth doesn't yield, but this ancient survival technique is vital to their way of life. It's their way of adapting to a harsh environment that most of us could never imagine. As the sun beats down, you can almost feel the sweat dripping from their brow as they dig deeper. The heat is relentless, but the tribe keeps going, focused on the task at hand. Each shovel of earth could bring them closer to water or leave them empty-handed. They know the stakes. Without water, they won't survive the dry season. There's a quiet urgency in the air as each man and woman works together, their movements synchronized. You can sense the hope in their eyes, the belief that the earth will eventually give up its secret. But it's not guaranteed. Every year, the dry season tests their resourcefulness, their willpower, and their knowledge of the land. There's no backup plan. This is the harsh reality they live with, constantly fighting against the unforgiving forces of nature. The Hadza's survival depends on their ability to adapt to the land, to understand it in ways that most of us couldn't begin to fathom. Each successful search for water proves their resilience, and each failure is a reminder of just how fragile life can be in the wild. Can you imagine digging for water in the middle of the desert, relying on nothing but your instincts and the land? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think you could adapt like the Hadza, or would the harsh environment get the best of you? The Hadza are a people out of time. Their way of life, one built on hunting, gathering, and a deep connection to the land, has survived for thousands of years. But now modern life is creeping in. Conservation efforts, agriculture, and tourism are pushing into their ancestral lands, threatening the very lifestyle they've preserved. The question now is, will they be forced to change? Will they give in to the pressures of the modern world, or will they continue to live as their ancestors did? Despite these overwhelming pressures, the Hadza still manage to hold on to their traditions. They continue to live largely unchanged, following the same practices that have sustained their people for generations: but their resilience is being tested. As the modern world expands into their territory, how much longer can they maintain their way of life? Can the Hadza survive the ever-encroaching forces of progress, or will they eventually be absorbed into the very civilization they've resisted for so long? As the Hadza face more threats from the outside world, new settlements, environmental changes, and cultural assimilation, their future hangs in the balance. The challenges are mounting, and the Hadza's survival isn't guaranteed. Their story is one of endurance, but how much longer can they hold on? Stay tuned as we dive deeper into the future of the Hadza tribe and the fate of one of the last hunter-gatherer societies in the world. Beyond their ancient rituals and survival skills, the Hadza possess something that sets them apart from the rest of the world, a language unlike any other. Their language is full of clicks, clacks, and sounds that seem almost impossible to imitate. It's not just a means of communication, it's a treasure of human history. This complex language, known as the Hadza click language, is as unique as the tribe itself, and it might soon disappear if their way of life is lost. Imagine a language where each word contains intricate clicks, producing sounds that are rarely heard anywhere else in the world. These sounds, formed by using the tongue, teeth, and lips, make Hadza's language one of the most distinctive and fascinating in the world. This linguistic heritage is a living testament to the tribe's identity, carrying their culture and worldview in every conversation. Amid the growing pressures of modernity, the Hadza tribe continues to celebrate their ancient way of life. They gather together for music, dance, and rituals that bond the tribe and reinforce their deep connection to the land and each other. These cultural festivals aren't just for entertainment, they are a vital part of their survival and identity. Through these rituals, the Hadza celebrate their successes, reinforce their community bonds, and keep their traditions alive. The sound of their unique songs echoes through the air, the rhythmic beats of their drums filling the open savanna. Their voices, filled with emotion, rise in unison, carrying stories of survival, love, and resilience. These songs and dances aren't just performances, they are a direct link to their ancestors, a reminder of the history and culture that the Hadza carry with them. No matter how much the world changes around them, the Hadza remain a living connection to a distant past, a culture that refuses to be forgotten. As we've seen, the Hadza tribe thrives through a deep connection to their land and traditions, resisting the encroachment of modern life. This lifestyle extends to even the most practical aspects of their daily routine, including their attire. When you think of fashion, your mind might wander to designer labels or the latest trends, but for the Hadza, their clothing tells a much more practical story, one of survival, adaptation, and respect for nature. The Hadza's clothing isn't about style, it's about function. Each piece serves a specific purpose, designed to withstand the challenges of life on the savanna. The men of the tribe wear short leather skirts, offering freedom of movement and the flexibility needed for hunting and gathering. The skirts allow them to navigate dense brush and rugged terrain with ease, all while keeping cool under the African sun. For the women, the attire is more elaborate, but still deeply practical. They often wear longer skirts that offer more coverage, sometimes paired with shawls or capes to protect them from the harsh midday heat or the chill that sets in when the sun disappears over the horizon. Each garment is crafted from animal skins, meticulously treated and tailored to ensure durability while remaining comfortable. What makes Hadza attire truly remarkable is how it seamlessly blends utility with cultural identity. The leather is soft, flexible, and durable, allowing the Hadza to move silently through the wilderness when hunting or foraging. These garments may not shine with flashy embellishments, but they exude a quiet elegance, reflecting the tribe's deep connection to the land. The clothes they wear tell a story, one of practical wisdom, of living in harmony with the environment, and of a culture that values function over form, yet still holds on to traditions passed down through generations. As we've explored, the Hadza tribe's practical attire speaks to their resourcefulness and respect for the land. But clothing isn't the only way they express their connection to each other and to their environment. Jewelry among the Hadza is a powerful form of expression. Each necklace, bead, and shell holds meaning. These aren't just decorations. Every piece tells a story. Each seed represents a moment, a person, or a relationship. Worn by both men and women, these simple adornments are imbued with meaning, often reflecting their role in the tribe or honoring their connections to family and nature. For women, necklaces are often worn to signify their roles in the community, whether it's their position in the family or their contribution to the tribe's well-being. These necklaces are more than just ornaments. They're a physical manifestation of one's identity and their place within the tribe. For men, a single bead or shell might be worn as a quiet tribute to a significant life event or as a symbol of respect for nature's gifts. What makes the jewelry even more special is the process of making it. The act of gathering seeds or shells isn't rushed. It requires patience, care, and an eye for detail. The Hadza don't just collect. They do so with reverence for the land, taking only what is needed. The stringing of these items is often a communal activity. Women gather around a fire, weaving their stories into these small but powerful pieces of art. The rhythm of their work, combined with the stories shared around the fire, turns the creation of jewelry into a ritual of community bonding. When you think of education, what comes to mind? Classrooms, textbooks, and structured lessons. Well, in the Hadza tribe of Tanzania, education looks nothing like what we're used to. There are no formal classrooms, no desks, and certainly no standardized tests. Instead, learning happens in the heart of nature, through observation, imitation, and hands-on experience. For the Hadza, the world is their classroom, and survival is the ultimate lesson. From the moment they can walk, Hadza children are immersed in the rhythms of daily life. The tribe believes that the best way to learn is by watching and doing. They shadow the men as they hunt, learning the ancient skills passed down through generations. These boys begin their education by observing the use of bows and arrows, mastering the delicate art of tracking animals, and honing the skill of moving silently through dense forests. By the time they reach their teenage years, many are already adept hunters, able to navigate the wilderness and provide for their community. For the girls, their education is focused on the skills necessary to sustain the tribe's daily life. They follow the women, gathering fruits, digging for roots, and identifying medicinal plants that are crucial for the tribe's well-being. These tasks are not just about gathering food, they're about learning the deeper knowledge that sustains the tribe's health and survival. The skills these children learn are rooted in the necessity of community, working together to ensure that everyone thrives. But survival skills aren't the only lessons the Hadza children learn. Storytelling and song play an essential role in their education. Every evening around the fire, the elders share stories, tales that entertain, but more importantly, pass down the tribe's traditions, values, and critical knowledge. These stories are not just folklore. They are the bedrock of Hadza education, a means of preserving their cultural identity and passing wisdom across generations. In this way, the Hadza's education isn't just about surviving in the wild, it's about learning the history, the moral lessons, and the shared beliefs that make the tribe who they are. As we've seen, the Hadza's knowledge and skills are deeply rooted in their connection to the land. But it's not just about hunting, gathering, and storytelling. It's also about fire, a tool that has been crucial to their survival for thousands of years. Forget modern lighters or matches. For the Hadza, starting a fire requires only two simple pieces of wood. One piece is a dry, sturdy base, and the other is a slim stick. It's not magic, it's pure skill and patience. First, they gather dry grass or leaves and place them on the wooden base. Then, with practiced hands, they rapidly spin the stick between their palms, almost like rubbing your hands together on a cold day to warm up. The friction from this motion generates heat, and as the temperature builds, it starts to form a tiny spark. At first, it's barely visible, just a flicker, but with a gentle breath, that spark catches and ignites the dry grass. Suddenly, a fire is born. No matches, no modern tools, just the raw skill of the Hadza, honed over thousands of years. How cool would it feel to create fire with just your bare hands? It's almost like unlocking a primal survival skill, something most of us only see on TV survival shows. Meanwhile, we get frustrated when a lighter doesn't work on the first try. For the Hadza, fire making is a finely tuned craft. It's a skill that's passed down through generations, each person learning from the elders and becoming part of a tradition that survived the test of time. Watching the Hadza make fire is almost like witnessing a dance. Their movements are fluid and precise, each motion practiced until it's perfected. The Hadza tribe reminds us that there are still people in the world living in a way we can hardly imagine. Their daily life, tied so closely to nature and ancient practices, stands in stark contrast to the modern world. In an age where technology is evolving at lightning speed, the Hadza have managed to stay connected to their past, a past that has sustained them for tens of thousands of years. They've built a life based on survival, wisdom, and respect for nature, making them one of the last true hunter-gatherer societies left on Earth. In a world filled with constant change, the Hadza's ability to hold on to their traditions offers a striking reminder of what it means to live simply and in harmony with the environment. While the world around them races forward, they remain rooted in their ways, carrying forward knowledge passed down through generations. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that appears on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll love this content. Comment below about the next country you want to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Thanks for being with us on this great journey. Leave your thoughts in the comments and like to help us. Remember to subscribe for more. See you soon.